Wait a second here. I'm like Adam Schefter here. Appreciate you very much. Big Sills here. Do me a favor, hit the like button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away from the start of free agency. Next Wednesday, deals can get consummated, right? The official year of the 2026 season starts in the NFL next Wednesday. But we know right now what's going on. And we know what's going on in the NFL right now. Deals are being cut. Deals are being cut right now. Hit the like button. Super chats go to the top. Man, do we have a big show with topics. More so than anything, Jason Cole will join us at 3:30. We're going to talk to him about some of the pending deals that are out there that have been post-dated until the 11th next Wednesday. We'll do that. The deals that are falling right now, I guarantee you there'll be more coming in the next couple hours here as we do the show. And maybe this will determine what happens with AJ, what happens with Jaelan Phillips, kicking the can down the road on Jalen Carter, maybe not. Hit that like button. We appreciate each and every single one of you. So I want to start it out by this. So there is no doubt. I want to show you guys something. The value for A.J. Brown right now just went up today. I'm reading out of ESPN. The Bills landed a new top target for quarterback Josh Allen, agreeing to a trade with the Chicago Bears to acquire wide receiver DJ Moore, a good player. Now, this is from Adam Schefter. Buffalo is sending a second-round pick to Chicago in exchange for Moore and a 2026 fifth-round selection. So let me get this right. For a player like DJ Moore, Buffalo sent a second-round pick, and a fifth. For a player like DJ Moore, the value of A.J. Brown went up. Look, I think DJ Moore and the connection that Joe Brady had with him in Carolina, I get that. Okay? I mean, I get it. And I understand it. I get it. But that guy may be a little bit better than Jahan Dotson. I mean, DJ Moore, let me take a look at what he did a year ago. That's insane, is my point. That's an insane amount of draft picks for a guy he's good. So here's DJ Moore receiving. He had 682 yards receiving and 50 receptions in 17 games. And you think that guy is worth a 2 and a 5? What is AJ worth? Get this. This guy thinks 50 catches and 600 yards is solid. Okay? That's not a 2 and a 5. 600 yards. A second-round draft choice? You're out of your fucking mind, dude. No wonder your takes blow. Brandon Bean is Mr. Bean. Dude, that's a terrible move. And get this, Flexen is right. That's a great move. Okay? This is a great move for the Bears. Holy shit, that's a good. Dude, I'm with you. Get this. And DJ Moore's career, have you seen anything but okay? He's a really good player. And how old is this guy, DJ Moore? Let's take a look at where he is in his age and what he's done production-wise as a ball player in the NFL. Here, how many years has he been in the league here? So DJ Moore's 28 years old. He's AJ's age. And he is a good – look at this. But here's the deal. in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 years, he's had one season where it was 1364, and that was in Chicago his first year. That was pretty damn good. But in his last 4 years, it's been 888, 1364, 966, and 682. The best part of his career was early in his career. Within the first 4, he had over 1,100 yards. Joe Brady was the OC then, too. But his last 4 years, he's had one season over 1,200 yards. The rest of them have been 600 and 800 yards, 50 catches, 98 catches. And by the way, he's going to Josh Allen. I'm assuming they think that he could, without a doubt, up his game at 28. So to me, what's the value for AJ? I mean, AJ Brown is a 1 and a 3 for sure. If you can get a 1 and a 3 for AJ Brown right now, you should do it. And by the way, my trade looks even more so that I think could end up being a factor here. And we're going to get to that here in a minute, but boy, AJ Brown's market value. By the way, if you're Chicago, you got a second-round pick. Do you give that second-round pick on a future for 27? And do you trade for A.J. Brown in Chicago? A.J. Brown in that offense? Okay. Name DJ Moore's quarterback, Sil. Stop crying. Josh Allen's the best quarterback, right? Shut up. I'm not sure what the fuck you're even talking about, but thanks for the super, man. Appreciate it. Name DJ Moore's quarterback. Caleb Williams. Now he's got Josh Allen. And he's 28. And he's an older player. Nice job, Prince. If he was 25 years old, sure. This guy's trying to make a point for Josh Allen and talking shit on Josh Allen when that stiff in Philly has had 2 1,000-yard receivers and they're changing the offense because the guy can't throw the ball. He's not a stiff. The quarterback in Chicago has a completion percentage of 53%. How would it be better? Well, because Josh Allen's a superior player. Okay? I'm not, you just can't under and comprehend. I know, Prince. You're such a fucking, hey, you're such a, you're a guy that should be teaching English at UPenn, right? Here's a laureate here at UPenn. To be or not to be, I'm Prince, the idiot. That's Prince. To be or not to be. This guy gives me soliloquies and sonnets. How you doing? To be or not to be? Am I a dick? Prince. Yes. Good night. 2007, first and a third, all for AJ post June 1. How you doing? All right, we're going to get into this here. We're going to have ourselves a fun show. By the way, I got to do this here, man. Okay? I got to do this. This is going to be great. And I see this happening more and more here. Hold on. So let me go over here. Let me hit this. Hang on. Hang with me here. Man, am I like Nostradamus? So here we go. Here we go. Lane Johnson? Maxx Crosby? Keep an eye out for it? Who's been telling you that the last 2 days? Hey, numbnuts, some of you. Not you, Sue, obviously. Keep an eye on Maxx Crosby? That's Lane Johnson. How you doing? Maxx Crosby. Lane, what are you telling us? Oh, yes. I said to you, you want to trade AJ? You want to win the deal? Trade AJ Brown to the Raiders. Straight up. You get Crosby. They get Brown. You move the money. You post it to June 1, both teams. And how you doing? Yes, sir. Lane Johnson. Twitter. No. It's Lane Johnson. Stonad. How about Lane? Lane trying to get him. Maybe could it be all it? Hey, I'm with you, man. Lane Johnson is now politicking for Maxx Crosby to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Yes, sir. Let me see here. Let me double check this here because let me see over here. Lane Johnson. You bet. There's Lane. Maxx Crosby. It's already got 1.6 million views on it. It's already got 1.6 million views on it. How you doing? Okay. Lane is good at cryptic BS. That's brutal, man. I'd rather have AJ than Max. Not if the guy doesn't want to be here. That will be dumb on the Eagles' part. Now the offense will look like trash. It looks like shit anyway. Hey, Texas boy, what do you think the Eagle offense looks like the Cowboy offense? Come on, man. The Cowboy offense is elite. The Eagle offense is dog shit. What are you talking about? Come on, Texas boy. Cowboys have an elite offense. Sills, would getting Crosby make us a... Yes. Yes. Look at this guy. Thank you for the super, man. This guy's been saying this bullshit for 4 years. Bullshit. These guys don't understand how bad it is going to keep a disgruntled player on the team that does not want to be here. These dorks saying, but he's under contract. Don't understand. Completely, senor. Hey, senor, you're dead on, dude. You're dead on. And you know what you say? You know what I hear people say this about AJ signing that contract? You signed a contract. Why did you put your name on it? What, when the Eagles put their name on a contract and they blow a contract up and they cut a guy, what's up with them? They signed a guy. How come you don't hold them to accountability on it? You always shit on the players because they put their name on it. Eagles put their name on it too. But every time they rip a contract up, you're like, thank God we could get out of it. Well, yeah, they reneged too. Contracts are like hearts. They're made to be broken. Murray to Las Vegas. Grab AJ. Trade back from the first overall. You're not getting that. No. You would get the 2027 pick. That would be a first rounder. You wouldn't get it this year. You'd get it next year. AJ's about to show up to Howie's house with a gift basket and a sorry note after hearing he might be traded to the Raiders. Why? He get his targets? He works with Tom Brady. You got a quarterback who could throw the ball, and you got a play caller who knows what he's doing. And it'll be the best play caller he's had in his career in Clint Kubiak. What, do you think he's had a great play caller when he was in Philly? Like who? Okay? Like who? Lane Johnson. politicking for Maxx Crosby. There's also a little note there that I'm going to throw at that. Sills, let's say Howie moves AJ for Max and then renegotiate some deal to free up money for Evans. This team is better than 25. I still think the O-line's got issues, man. I heard the Cowboys and the Bears trying to get Crosby, not the Eagles. The Cowboys? Okay, let's see what they do. You got draft equity. Hey, Nostradamus. Nostradamus Sills. Since you're so smart, when will Allen win a Super Bowl? Just trolling you, my friend. If we get Crosby, Howie is full defensive mode. Yeah, I'm sure that DJ Moore is the linchpin on the Bills getting to the Super Bowl. I'm sure he's the linchpin. DJ Moore. Woo-hoo. Seals, how good is Max? Good question. I think Maxx Crosby is a really good football player. I think he's a high-energy guy, and I think he's an older Aiden Hutchinson. Does that answer your question? He's an older, and I disagree. I think he does a nice job on tight ends. I think he handles himself pretty well against offensive tackles. He's an elite pass rusher. This guy's not Hassan Reddick. He's not a one-trick pony. And I think he's a good player. Like, outside of Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett, who's the next guy? I think it's him. Seals, if Howie could get a 1 and a 3 for AJ, do you think he would target Dobbs because he's familiar with Manning? Could be. I'd rather have Dobbs than I would Mike Evans because of what you just said. He knows the offense. That's why DJ Moore's going to Buffalo. He knows Joe Brady. He worked with Joe Brady in Carolina. Just like some of you guys have brought up, you're now starting to see when quarterbacks play with wide receivers, you're seeing that matchup. And you're seeing guys draft that way a little bit more nowadays than what they did in the past. There's no coincidence that Joe Brady wanted DJ Moore. He could have had Mike Evans, but he had no interest in it. They probably kicked the can down at the Eagles. The Eagles wanted too much. And they felt more comfortable giving up a 2 and a 5 to get DJ Moore, who had more familiarity with the offense of Buffalo. It makes sense. I just think that Buffalo reached a little bit on it. Well, here, let me just put it to you this way. If Lane Johnson's correct, so you would have Maxx Crosby, you would have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Hunt, with your 3 being Nolan Smith, who's still under contract. Your Mike is Zach Bond, and you have Jod Campbell. Man, that's a pretty good front. That's a pretty good front right there. And you combine that with your hoping that your offensive line gets back. That could be a pretty good football team right there, my friends. Now, you would automatically have to go into the draft because you want to get cheaper and younger at wide receiver. You're probably going the second round with a wideout. First round offensive tackle. You addressed your edge rusher, so you don't need to go there. I would go O-line, wideout, corner. And all of a sudden, the pieces start to fit. Maxx Crosby does this. Okay? I got a guy signed until 29. Until 2029. I don't have to worry about edge anymore because I've got a first-round pick, I got Maxx Crosby, and I got Jalen Hunt. I'm pretty good at edge. My backers are Bond and Jod Campbell. And in the rear, I've got Munden and Trotter. Feel pretty good about that too. So I would go My way, I'd go O-line, wide receiver, corner. Pieces start fitting together. Stop with the fucking Josh Allen shit. You're a dope on it. He's the best quarterback in football. Relax. Whatever that stupid thing you just said, I have no interest in reading. Keep talking, man. Jesus criminy. The guy's the best quarterback in the game. What the fuck do you want, man? Okay? It's be cool on Howie to go and tell Vic, we will go out and get any players that you want as long as it's within reason for the last season. Give him say in who comes in. I don't know if they gave him say on who comes in. Sills, could you see A.J. Brown in a third comp pick from Phillips leaving to the Raiders for Maxx? Here's something else I want you to put into context. Hey, Bob, need to build up that O-line in the draft. Absolutely, Kimbo. I agree. Here's something else to think about, too. Hey, Bob, I want you to do this. So Lane Johnson, where did he get that from? Keep an eye on Maxx Crosby. They're talking in the building. Let me double check something. And I don't know this for a fact at all. Let me see something here. Johnson. Okay. Very good. Let's see who. Let's see. Wow. Casey Wasserman represents, and the Wasserman agency represents Maxx Crosby. Huh. Interesting. They're selling that agency too. They're selling that agency because the guy's getting in trouble with the Epstein files. Let's see here. People talking on topic here. Sills, thoughts on the Texas linebacker, Anthony Hill? He looks like a real deal and is being overlooked by the Ohio State linebackers. I think Hill's a true prize. I think he's kind of in that Edgerrin Cooper deal where you're right. He's a good-looking player. He is. He's a good-looking player. Hey, look, dude, I think you're going to get a lot of good players in this draft. The reason that people don't think this draft is very good is because the quarterbacks are not really all that good. So here's something to think about. Bobby, you in here. Let's talk to some common sense people instead of talking about why they think that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. I won't even lower my brain cells to do that. Anyway, so Bob, how about this? Lane's talking to Howie. How's the deal coming with Jaelan Phillips? Tough negotiations because here's the deal. If you don't have Jaelan Phillips signed by now, you're not signing him. He's getting the free agency. You'd have signed him already. He's still a Philadelphia Eagle right now until Monday, theoretically. How about Lane goes like this? Howie goes, I'll tell you what, though. We are talking to the Raiders. Lane puts that out. If I'm Drew Rosenhaus and one of the captains on my football team is putting out Maxx Crosby and I'm Drew Rosenhaus, I'd be like this. Huh. They're dual tracking us. They're kicking the can on Maxx Crosby. I'm not saying they're going to pull the trigger on it. But what they're doing is, okay, what they're doing is they're throwing a little bit of shade on this deal with Phillips. You don't want to sign the deal? And you think you're that much money? Or here's another one too, Bob. Think about this. If the number starts to get a little too high, say you get to $26 million. Well, wait a minute. $26 million? I'll pay $4 more million for Crosby. I'm not paying $26 million for Jaelan Phillips. Hey, Seals, your colleague J-Mac thinks A.J. Brown is a better receiver than Terrell Owens. I'm sure he thinks that Micah Parsons is a better player than Lawrence Taylor, too. I'm going to show you something about Owens. Owens is the third greatest wide receiver in pro football history. It's Moss 2, it's Rice 1, and it's Owens 3. So you tell me, San Francisco, in his first year in San Francisco, let's see when he started really picking up. In 1998. Who was the quarterback on that team? It was Steve Young. Threw for 4,100 yards. Tremendous quarterback. Let's go here in 1999. Who was the quarterback on the team? Quarterback on the team was Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia. He's a stiff. Let's go here again. And 2000. Who was the quarterback on that team? That's Stiff Garcia. Who was the quarterback in 2001? That's Stiff Garcia. Who was the quarterback? Let's go down the list here. Philadelphia, we know it was McNabb. About 2006, it was Tony Romo. I believe in Cowboys. Yes. So the quarterbacks that this guy has played with, who was the quarterback in 2009 in Buffalo? Ryan Fitzpatrick. This guy's played with Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jeff Garcia, Jim Druckenmiller, and the only decent quarterbacks he ever played with were McNabb and Young. And this guy's got 16,000 receiving yards and 153 catches. In 1,078 in catches. Owens will never approach anything remotely close to that. In longevity, in physicality, it won't come close to that. Well, if you guys don't think Dak Prescott's good, why would you think Tony Romo's good? Owens played with nobodies except for McNabb and Young. Seals, I just watched a documentary with LT, and he said Reggie White was the best defensive player in NFL history. Did you see the club technique when you played? Nobody could do the club. It's actually called the hump. That hump movie had, I've never seen anybody do it since. I mean, I've never seen anybody in my lifetime ever do that move, that hump move. A.J. Brown isn't near the same level. He's not the same level. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's Rice, Moss, and Owens. Those are your three players. By the way, if he's so good, guarantee you A.J. Brown will never make the Hall of Fame. Ever make the Hall of Fame. You think that A.J. Brown's making the Hall of Fame? What, 87th in receiving yards? I doubt it. That's not happening. He's a really good player. I'm not telling you he's not. But don't kid yourselves. If you think he's in Owens' league. Yeah, no. Terrell Owens. Yeah, no. No. A good player. He says that Jaelan Phillips is better than Josh Sweat. I think Josh Sweat's a better player. I think the only thing that is in the favor of Jaelan Phillips is the fact that he's a little younger. But he's got just as much injury concerns as Josh Sweat does. I mean, get this, team obliterator. Who gives a shit what Jeff Garcia thinks? Ooh, he blew up Jeff Garcia's team. Wow. Oh, wow. Well, wait a minute now. Isn't A.J. Brown blowing up the Eagles if he moves? Being a distraction? I think us moving off Josh Sweat's the biggest whiff we've had in a while. I actually think moving off both Milton Williams and Josh Sweat, I think was a tough move. You don't move off two dudes in the same year like that are in their mid-20s. That's a tough one for me, too. You got a 25 and a 26-year-old defensive lineman, and you move off of both of them because you didn't want to pay them, and we got people to play in the future. So they said this, and I see it. They want to sign Carter and Davis and not Sweat and Milton. Okay. Well, Sweat and Milton had a better year last year than both those two dudes. But they see more upside. I do too. And by the way, Jalen Carter right now, I heard John say that he's the best defensive lineman they've signed since Reggie White came. I don't know if that guy's better than Jerome Brown yet. I got a tough time thinking that. Now, I'm biased on that. So, but to sit there and say that he has had the same impact on the Eagle defense that Jerome did, those two dudes wreaked havoc on Gang Green. When Jerome and Reggie were on the same D-line, I don't see the same production that Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter of Reggie White and Jerome Brown. Do you? Hey, Eagle fans, do you see the same production as Reggie White and Jerome as you do with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis? I don't think I see that. Fletcher Cox also, great player. Hey, Sills, do you think Howie's blowtorched the Super Bowl defense because he went all in on the offense since it went down now? He has to pivot? Yeah. I think the offense under produced, and I think they took steps back, and it's concerning. I'll tell you one thing, though. He's not panicking. I'm putting Julio in there. I don't think Julio's in that conversation with them dudes. I hear you, Kim. He's a good player. Julio Jones in the same conversation with T.O. and Randy Moss. Or are you saying Julio Jones and AJ? That's more of a comparison. Julio Jones, AJ Brown, I think that's pretty compatible. White and Brown were on a completely different level. Correct. I mean, Reggie White and Jerome Brown, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Yeah, no. I don't see anything remotely that resembles it. But nothing. And remember, Reggie White was a supplemental draft. So he was a first-round pick in the supplemental draft. They had a supplemental for the USFL. And so he was a first-round pick. Jerome was a first-round pick. Jordan Davis is a first-round pick. Jalen Carter is a top 10 pick. So you had a 9 and a 13 versus Jerome, who went 9 also. And I think Reggie went 2 in that supplemental. Okay? Check your source. Dallas has shifted their focus from Crosby to Trey Hendricks due to the asking price. That's a great topic, Prince. Let's go over there to that. By the way, I haven't even gotten to my topics yet. Here we go. Hey, by the way, we're going to talk to Jason Cole, our NFL insider. We'll talk to him at 3:30. Big Z's going to hit us up at 4:30. We'll talk to him then. So let's go here. Okay. Who do you think is going to be more of a free agent and more sought after free agent at the edge? Trey Hendrickson or Jaelan Phillips? In this free agency window, who do you believe will be more sought after, Trey or Jaelan Phillips? Me, it's Trey Hendrickson. I don't really like the player that much, but Trey Hendrickson, as a matter of fact, neither. Trey Hendrickson's ranked number 2 right now. Trey is old. Okay, Trey's 31, I think. Yeah, but here's what offsets that, Mr. Hill. Trey's younger, but injured. Hendrickson's not injured. Who's proved more? Trey doesn't get hurt like Phillips, correct. And if you're going to pay $30 million or $26 million, that's got to play into it. Trey will be cheaper and does not have health issues. Correct. No. Trey's not going to be cheaper. He's going to be more. Trey Hendrickson's going to get $30 million. Here, listen, I don't think sometimes these market values. Let's take a look at Trey Hendrickson. Market value. $26.5 million is his projected market value. Let's take a look at Jaelan Phillips' market value. Now, this isn't all right. $17.3 per. The guy out there that people are going to pursue more is going to be Trey Hendrickson. This is why my point about the Eagles paying $26 million or $25 million for that guy. You're overpaying. I mean, there's got to be a cutoff number because you do have people you got to. Hey, listen, if you get this, think about something here, Flexen. If you start to float in that $26 million room, I'm going over to Las Vegas. I'll pay an additional $4 million for twice the player that Trey Hendrickson and Jaelan Phillips are. I know some people like John McMullen think that Phillips is a better player than Trey, or Phillips is a better player than Maxx Crosby. I don't see that at all. What impact did he have in Miami? He had the same impact that Crosby had in Las Vegas, and he had better numbers in Vegas. And he's got a better engine, and he's got a better motor, and he's never hurt. Now, to John's point, that would make it a better deal would be something like this, and I would agree with this. He's familiar with playing for Vic, and they understand one another, and he did make an impact. My point is this. I'm looking to get Jalen Carter better, like I said yesterday, too. I want to make Carter better, so I want to put the best player I can next to that guy. J-Mac is a great reporter covering the Eagles. And I think he's doing a really good job with Xander on that show. And of all the guys that cover that team, he's one of the only ones. You know who else I don't have a problem with? That Jeff McClain dude. And I can't stand that guy. Guy tried to sue me and JAKIB because I said some bullshit about him or whatever it was. I can't stand the guy. However, he's very good. And he gets a lot of his shit right. Okay? He does. So I like that guy. I like him and John. The rest of them, I think they're all full of shit. I like Jeff. I like this guy too. Where is he? I like that guy too. I do. I think he's pretty fair. I think they put good dudes on, man. Sills, Vic likes his edges to drop in coverage. Is that a Crosby skill set? Let me ask you this: Was Jaelan Phillips dropping a lot in coverage? How many times did he drop in coverage? Was it a lot? I don't remember him. No, nobody's safe. This is a rip-free zone for everyone, including me. This is like a rip-free zone. Yes. Shit, Xander comes in here and takes a shit on me. like I've never ever allowed that. But I actually like the guy. Sills, if Howie pulls this off, the stunts that Vic can put together would, holy shit. It's a great take, Bob. Can you imagine the twists in the games that you could play with Jalen Carter and Maxx Crosby? Thank you, Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson is politicianing right now for Maxx Crosby to join the Philadelphia Eagles. How are you doing? Holy shit. Trade AJ for Crosby and sign Chubb. Best D-line in football. Yeah. Sills wakes up every morning and flinches at the thought of me disapproving of every take he says during the day. Bro, for you to have that thought in your head, you must go to sleep at night with a doll with my picture on it in your right hand holding him. I mean, that's very, very weird. And I think you need to get serious help. I mean, son, if you want me to sing you a lullaby at night, I'll put it on your recorder. Send me your phone number. Holy shit. This guy here, man, has got really weird tendencies. Very feminine. Shit, Sue's tougher than you, dude. I mean, Sue's got more game than you. He wakes up every morning and flinches with my disapprovals. Who the fuck is this guy? I sound like Conor McGregor now. Who the fuck is this guy? Keep blowing yourself, kid. Hey, it's this criminy. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my dog. I mean, dude, we know everyone on the planet, but M. Reyes is the guy. After 35 years, he's the guy that rattles me. My wife rattles me. So this morning, J-Max said, noodle arm hurts is tougher. Noodle arm hurts. Noodle arm hurts. Look at these two lovebirds. Twiz and M. Reyes sitting in the tree, holding each other's cannoli. Fine as can be. 2 of 1, 3 love 2. We come here to sit and talk to Big Sills. Like singing these guys a lullaby, the Big Sills lullaby. These two guys want to be serenaded by Big Sills. Little Twizzy and Emmy Reyes. Easy, girls. Be all right. I'm in a good mood now, Junior. Aggravated Xander all night. Sills, do you think Lane got... Yes, that's my take. Yes. Hey, get this. You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, right? You're shaking up Rosenhaus, and you're also going, what? You don't want to negotiate with Jaelan Phillips, and you think that number's too high? Well, I'm going to go over to Vegas and get that guy. By the way, if they do go after Maxx Crosby, AJ's gone. You're not adding him and not subtracting. Who are you subtracting? Jalen Carter? Highly unlikely. You're going to subtract somebody. Who are you subtracting? Lane? And know this too. If you try trading him next year, you ain't getting a 1. You're not getting a 1. By the way, M Ding Dong has kind of like thrown me for a loop because he got like a new picture because I wouldn't go to him as much as I should be going to him now. So he's kind of thrown me off a little bit here. So I got to keep an eye on that a little more because I don't want to like dumb down my IQ any longer because every time I go to M Reyes, I become as smart as Twiz. So you think Howie is up to something big? It's according to Lane. According to Lane, yes, I do. We're trading 2 firsts and Nolan Smith for Crosby and keeping AJ. I'm not giving up 2 1s for Maxx Crosby. You crazy? Oh, I got to be careful there because I can't go to that guy because he rattles me. We're trading. No, you're not. I get rattled. The DJ Moore trade guarantee a first for yes. That's the take today too. Yes. Okay, yes. Sills, you're so funny. Hey, well, it's easy to be funny when you got lunatics like Twizha and Emmy Reyes. Those 2 girls are funny, ain't they? Shit, like I said, Sue's got more balls. Big ones, too. Big, like coconuts. Coconut ball Sue. Twizwa. Sills, if we get Crosby, you think absolutely Phillips is gone. And I don't care then. I have no interest. Lane Johnson. Like the bat signal. Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby. Maxi Pad Reyes. Maxx Crosby. Yeah, that's a topic. That's what I'm saying. Okay? No. That would be your mom. Let's see. Trying to call my girl. I'm not trying to call Sue a transformer. I don't know. That's getting a little contentious. That is, man. That Trent Williams thing is starting to get a little bit, but Trent Williams is going to play. He's going to help somebody. And if I were the 49ers, I would not be thinking of moving that guy. I would want that guy, and I want him to retire 49er. I still think he's got good football left, even though he's an older guy. He's one of those Jason Peters type dudes. He's a 12-time Pro Bowler. Let's see here. Crosby in Philly is like Bo Bichette on the Phillies. Get your hopes up for nothing. When he goes to the Jets or the Mets. Hey, Jets, Mets, same bullshit. Not going anywhere. Is that what you're saying, Rasputin? Hey, Bo Bichette, Dante Bichette's kid, going to the Mets, might as well go to the Jets. Both those teams are going nowhere. And you know what's funny? I don't even know what the fuck this guy means. That's all right there, sweetness. Trading AJ and getting Crosby would make fans forget about. Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't raise the ticket prices, did they? Did the Eagles raise the ticket prices today? Eagles ticket prices. Philadelphia Eagles ticket prices are some of the most expensive in football. The Philadelphia Eagle ticket prices for 26 are expected to be the highest in the NFL. Single game tickets range from $232 to $994 a seat. God damn. Angelo was right yesterday. $900 for a seat? Holy shit. Okay? Listen here, you fucking ditty. Don't call me no sweetness. Ooh, sorry. I apologize, Prince. I didn't mean to get you upset. You all right? You okay, honey? I'm sorry. Here, look at it here. I just want to tell you how sorry I am. Prince, I apologize. I hope you don't get your panties in a, or yourself in a bind over that. And I apologize. And yes, by the way, Midol will fix that too. And just make sure you're okay there, honey. Sorry, I apologize. Sad part about winning in this league, your team wins a bowl. Absolutely, everything goes up. Absolutely. Let's see. Way too expensive to watch that. Sorry. Hey, senor, you imagine you pay $1,000 a ticket. You got your kid and you got all of your gumads and everybody around you. You sit down, you're gonna drink one of your $25 beers, and all of a sudden you got some dope named Twiz and Twizwa. Excuse me, he's royalty now. Twizwa and M. Reyes. You get those two idiots sitting next to you, and you're watching that shitty offense. What a Sunday. Twizwa and M. Reyes, and I'm watching the shitty noodle arm quarterback offense. Yeah, I'm working well there, man. What a Sunday that is. Holy shit. Holy cow. Okay, wow. Let's see here. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate you, honey. Going to the games now a days is very overrated. You have a better time. I do too. Hey, Duel. I get my own big sills, like my own OJ cup. I get my own cup like this. Sit it here. I got my own whatever here. I got my Coke here. I'm sitting over here. I got all kinds of good things. Okay. Knowing some of you in there, you got your hookahs and your pipes and your grinders and your and you're sitting there and you're going, hey man, that's some really good football being played on defense. That offense is horseshit, though. I can tell you that. How you doing? Yeah, no, hey, going to the tailgates, that'd be dope. That's good. Right? Yep. I'm a homer too. Can't do crowds. I'm with you, Sue. Okay. Man, this is the best. Yeah, we're in a rare one today, man. Because you know why? Watch this. I'm going to do it again. Hit the like button, guys. Jason Cole at the bottom of the hour. Please hit the like button. Ready for this? Maxx Crosby, Lane Johnson, Maxx Crosby, Lane Johnson. I didn't even have to put out a topic today. Shit. I got things over here. Look at this. Out the wazoo. Lane Johnson, Maxx Crosby. Holy shit. Hey, by the way, that's your boy doing it. Tailgates be a bunch of crumb bums doing too much at times. And, dude, my friend told me, man, it was a lot of fun going to an Eagle tailgate. You'd think it's Friday the way Sills is acting. No, I'm in a good place because Maxx Crosby. A.J. Brown's value just went up in a trade. Man, I got to tell you, I am off to one freaking whale of an offseason so far. I told you. Hey, by the way, is this fair to say? Is this fair? If you don't have Jaelan Phillips signed by Friday, it's over. Why would I? What's the incentive for me to wait until Monday? If I'm the player and the agent, Drew Rosenhaus, I'm going to go see what's out there in free agency. Okay? What in God's name? Okay? I haven't been wrong at all last year. And Dunkhoff. That's the guy that was telling you Keely Ringo and Kevin Petula were going to be stars last year. Woo! What was the word that Mrs. Reyes said? Easy transition. What did he say, Keely Ringo? All pro. I remember that. Those big old all pro letters that M. Reyes put out there. Also said Nolan Smith's going to get $25 million. It said that Reed Blankenship's deal's right around the corner. When's that thing coming? Let's go here, Kyle. Gotcha, bro. 2026, the declaration of defense with the blowtorch offense with M. Reyes calling plays. M. Reyes calling plays. He'd be the Kevin Petula of talk show guys that call in or post during a sports talk show. Bob in Passaic. Go. Bob in Passaic, New Jersey. M. Reyes, Passaic, New Jersey. Go ahead. Chesapeake Bay, M. Reyes. Go ahead. We tried to get Micah or Miles last year. We're about to make a splash, Hills. That's a really great take. That is. You did try to make a play for those two guys. Why not make a play for Crosby? You're right. And by the way, too, RC, you tried to make a play for Christian McCaffrey a couple years ago, too. Well, I hope I didn't insult your friends. By the way, Passaic, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ironhead's from around that neck of the woods. Fishing Maniac, I think Ironhead Hayward's around that place. He's around that neck of the woods there. Hey, well, I'll say this, Twiz. Let me say this to you. Myles Garrett's a danger to somebody's community. His 9th ticket since 2017. This guy's going to kill himself for somebody. And for somebody like me that lost Jerome Brown, bro, what are you thinking? You're making $40+ million. You're speeding in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. You're doing 100 miles an hour. What the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, honestly, what's wrong with you? I mean, you got no brain cells, guy. No disrespect to anybody, what I'm going to say here. That's like getting into a helicopter when you got no visibility. Not the smartest thing on the planet. Hey, let's speed for the 9th time. I don't know. And by the way, I don't really blame Kobe for that. I blame there was a pilot on the damn thing. I know he wasn't flying it. Surely the pilot would have went, this might be a little dangerous. Hell no, let's fly into it. We can't see. Crazy. No, it was more on the pilot, Dunkhoff. I mean, dude, 9 times. 9 times. This guy's had a ticket. What are you doing? To be fair, I think the other car would get more damage than Garrett. Yeah, with that dude in it too. Absolutely. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Look, man, I'll say it again. Lane Johnson putting that out. That's not like, hey, here, let me show you something. And I'll make. So here, let me read this to you. I did this on the Tampa show this morning. So Adam Schefter was on a podcast with Harold Lewis. That's Trey Hendrickson's agent. Do you know what he said on that podcast? Right after that podcast got done, Adam Schefter went like this. We're learning that Trey Hendrickson really wants to play with the Buccaneers. He wants to play with the Buccaneers. Well, the guy's from Orlando. And he played at FAU, FIU, one of them places. And what's Adam Schefter doing? This guy works for ESPN, and he's on a foghorn, and he's throwing out that, hey, Bucks, by the way, Trey Hendrickson wants to play in Tampa. And he's politicianing for the guy to go to the Bucks? I thought you were covering the sport, dude. I mean, what were you thinking? So when you be careful what you're hearing. Because remember, these agents, like this deal here. Here, let me go back here. This deal here. Okay. Bills landed a new top target for Josh Allen. They get DJ Moore. Buffalo is sending a 2006 second-round pick to Chicago in exchange for Moore and a 2006 fifth-round selection, according to Adam Schefter. Okay. Where'd he get that from? He didn't get that from the league. He didn't get that from the teams. That stuff is not certified until probably next Friday. Free agency doesn't start until Wednesday. Where'd he get that from? Teams don't put that out there. Agents put that out there. I mean, I think, yeah, he's from Apopka. I think he went to the same high school. Oh, really, Carter? I thought it was Warren Sapp. I thought he went to the same school as Sapp. Because Sapp's from Apopka. Crosby overrated. Hendrickson better than him. Based on what? You think Trey Hendrickson at 31 is better? Okay, we'll agree to disagree. Titans looking like the team to spend on some defensive ends. Yes, they've got like $96 million in cap space. Yes. They got about $96 million in cap space. Hit the like button, guys. We appreciate you, man. Thank you. Does then mean that the Bucks will have to move on Hassan Hong Kong Fui Reddick? He ain't coming back. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind the Eagles signing that guy to a league minimum deal. Bring his ass back for a league minimum. If I get 4 sacks out of him, it's better than Joshua Uche Kuche. Or it's better than Izisa Odalara. And if you're going to go Timu shopping, I would go and I would get Hassan Hong Kong Fui Reddick. Plus, I get him on a league minimum deal. So, I'm paying him $1 million. Okay. Bucks paid him $14.7 last year. Eagles paid him $14.5. Get him for $1 million? I'll take that. Versus those dudes you had a year ago. Nah, you'd probably rather have Izisa Ojalara. Izisa Ojalara. And by the way, Reddick would be cheaper than Izisa Ojalara. He'd be on a league minimum deal. Like I said, dude, I'll take anybody coming back on the money's right. Yeah, so you got a guy with bad advice. Don't mean he's a bad player. I know, he is. World's a better place without that guy. Guy saying that Lou, by the way, let me say this to you. Lou Holtz passing away at the age of 89. A legend. I was privileged to be a friend. By the way, did I save that? Let me see here. Let's see if I saved it from Skip. I got a nice text message this morning from Skip Holtz. Yeah. Here's my my call log. How you doing? Where's the call log? Right there. Skip Holtz. See him? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to work on getting Kyle Whittingham on, the head football coach of Michigan. Working on Tony Dungy, trying to find a time. And that was you on again? Crazy. Oh, there's Mad Dog Russo. You guys said you wanted him on? What did he say? He's away this week. So he's away this week. We'll try next week for Mad Dog. Anyway, this is what Skip said. Thanks, Dan. Tough day, but finding comfort in the fact that he saw God's face and he's with Mom. Hope you're well. You know we love you. Skip Holtz. Come a long way, me and Coach Holtz. I still hate Notre Dame, but I was so privileged to play in a time of college football when I could play like that, and I never realized it. Somebody pointed it out this morning to me. In a 4-game span, I played against Bo Schembechler, Bobby Bowden, Pat Dye, Tom Osborne, and Lou Holtz. 5 games in a row. I thought that was normal. I did. I thought that was normal. Those were the teams I played against. Like, one year we played all those teams in a row. I just thought that was normal. And I remember sitting at a cigar bar with Coach Holtz and Lee Corso in Orlando, where we lived. And I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to tell you, man. And by the way, we started that great rivalry. It was my teams and his teams. And I remember I told him, I go, hey, Coach, I'm going to tell you, man, I like you, but I don't like Notre Dame. I just don't. And he goes, Dan, I like you, and I don't like Miami. And we both laughed. He was an inspiration to a lot of people. He was a motivator. He was a man who made impact on people's lives. I mean, he was just a superstar. He really was. He was an absolute superstar when it came to how he dealt with people and how he dealt with here, I'm going to read you guys something. Then we'll move back on to the Eagles here. Hold on. And free agency. And I got to read you this. Jerome Bettis sent this to me. By the way, I can't believe how many like Notre Dame friends I have. Chris Zorich is a friend. There are moments in life when words just aren't enough. Losing Coach Holtz is one of those moments. Coach was so much more than football and coach to me. He was family. I still remember the day he came to my house to recruit me. He didn't just sit down and talk to me about football or what I could do on the field. He talked to me as a man. He spoke to me and he spoke to my mom the way a man should speak to a woman who was trusting someone with their son. He looked into her eyes and promised that I would be taken care of at Notre Dame. That meant everything at the moment to my mom and to me and to the entire family. Coach Holtz believed in people. He believed in building men, not just players. He welcomed my entire family into the Notre Dame family and always made sure we felt that love and support. That's who he was. He cared deeply about people around him. He made every one of us feel like we mattered. The lessons he taught me were far beyond the football field. His faith, his discipline, his belief in doing things the right way shaped who I am to become the man, the father, and leader I am today. My heart is broken today, but I am also filled with gratitude for the time I had with him and for the impact that he had on my life. Coach will always be with us in the lessons he taught, in the lives he changed, and in the love he gave us so freely. Thank you for everything, Coach. I love you. You forever be in my heart. Go Irish. Jerome Bettis. Pretty cool, man. Years after the fact. That's what good coaches do, man. They leave that kind of impact in your life. So rest in peace, Coach. I thought it was one of the really coolest things. And Skip sent me a picture. Coach Holtz was dying. And I won't share the picture. I think Tim Grenard did, but I'm not. Coach was dying yesterday. And his players were filing in. And they were saying goodbye to him. And they were holding his hand. And players and family were around him when he passed. And going out with people you made an impact in their lives. Man, that's a pretty damn good dude, man. That is. I'm familiar. You know people. They don't believe you. They can kick rocks. I'm a Michigan guy. Rip. Betty is from here. Respect. Done. He is, man. He's just a piece of... Keith Olbermann is just an awful man. Bobby Bowden is what I think of when I think of an old ball coach. One of the sweetest men I've ever known. That's my wife's favorite coach. Is Bobby Bowden, college-wise. She likes Coach Bowden. She really never liked Jimmy because they dog Coach Landry. My wife's a Tom Landry and a Bobby Bowden guy. Funny, those two guys, all guys that took care of their players, loved their players, and had respect for players. By the way, Kyle Whittingham. Yeah, I'm working on. Kyle's been on, right, Xander? Kyle's been on my program a couple times, I think. Hasn't the head coach of Michigan been on? He was the head coach of Utah the last time he was on. We had him on here. We'll get him on again. I've known him a long time. Good man. He still thinks that, see, this is the U. His thing is this. That was Utah. This is us. That's them. So he still thinks it's like this. And I'm like, bro, this is the U. No, this is the U. And I'm like, no, that's not the U. That's the U. I think that was in a Purdue game that he did that. So let me do it again. One more time. Maxx Crosby. Oh, man. Maxx Crosby. Whew, man. We now know this. AJ's asking price is a 1 and a 3 because of the DJ Moore deal. And the Eagles, one of their captains, keep an eye out for Maxx Crosby. The man, gang signs? I didn't do this, dude. I did this. I didn't do this. Okay? I did this. I know what's up. Remember, I'm Italian. How you doing? Elite offense to pair with a shitty defense equals no playoffs. Hey, it's shitty offense. You know what I love about the Philly media thinks that offense is going to turn around. I don't. I do not. I think they're going to struggle. I do. I don't think they're just going to go, whew, Batman. And you're going to seamlessly go from being Clark Kent to Superman. Is that what you guys think? Okay? I mean, you think they're going to go from being Clark Kent to Superman? Voila. Sills, I've been coaching for 30 years. While teaching a game, life lessons can always be tied in, and sometimes you never know how you touch a player. Absolutely true. Absolutely. My wife's a really great coach. Okay? Really great coach. And the impact that you make on people's lives go far beyond wins and losses. Absolutely. Big up, Sells. I grew up in Michigan and Schembechler guy. Rick Leach. Wow. Let's see if I could show you something cool here. You're a Michigan guy, Riz? I think you might like this. So let me show you something here. You might dig this. And Sileo. Let's see here. See if I can do it. I'm not. Lately, Xander's had to do quite a bit of things for me. Okay. So, in that letter there is my offer from Bo Schembechler. There's my old home address, 67 Sylvan Road in Stanford. And this was the letter I signed. My initial letter of intent to go to Oklahoma, be a Sooner. I changed my mind and went to Miami. But I was offered a scholarship by Michigan. I almost took it. I thought about going to Michigan. Coach Schembechler was cool. And I went on a recruiting trip. I thought it was cool. Thought the whole thing was great. So I thought about it. But Bo Schembechler offered me a scholarship. So do you think Howie will trade AJ away before the draft? I think if he trades, if it's not for Maxx Crosby, they would trade him after June 1. If Howie doesn't and takes a wide receiver in first or second round, how about great take, senor? If they take a wide receiver in the second round in the April draft, there's still a shot they would trade AJ after June 1. The only thing Sills enjoys more, besides bashing the Eagles, is talking about himself. Yeah, probably so. Well, I got to say what, Twizwa. Got to be proud of yourself before you could be proud of others, can't you? Because if you're not proud of yourself, you're a miserable person like Twizwa and Embrace. Oh, hey, you bet. I love being Big Cells. I wouldn't want to be Twizwa and Embrace. Senor has had probably one of his better weeks. Okay. October deadline. There's less teams. There's less teams. Hold on here. I just got a text message from somebody I've been waiting for. Okay. New England Patriots have called the Eagles 3 times. I don't know what for. Okay. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm just saying the New England Patriots have called. By the way, let me ask you something. With the move that the Bills made, you think the Patriots, after they cut Stephon Diggs, you think that they got to counter that Bills move? What do you think? If you're the Patriots, this guy sources the internet meme. No. He's the senior director of player personnel, Alonzo Highsmith, for the New England Patriots. Douchey baggy. see here. Pats need a wide receiver after Diggs. Pats need to make a deal. Correct. Maxx Crosby, A.J. Brown, Philadelphia Eagles, all courtesy of Lane Johnson. By the way, think about this for a second, too. Now that the Patriots have to make that deal, remember last week when Alonzo texted us back and said that they had called? Let's do that again. Let me double check. I'm going to answer Alonzo here, so hang on for a second. Let's see. Alonzo. A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown talk. 1 and a 3. Is that the price? There it is. So we just sent Alonzo a text. Is the asking price a 1 and a 3? See what he says. That would be for next year. Okay? The Eagles could get a lot more than the 31st pick in the draft for A.J. Brown. Yeah, from bad teams. My friends know who I knew I am. Just got here, Sills. After DJ trade, did it help AJ's value? Absolutely, it helped AJ's value. If you're giving up a 2 and a 5 for a guy who's a good football player, and for a dude who's a good football player like him, absolutely, his value's up. It won't be next year, though. That's what I'm aiming for, Sills. I'm trying to get Smith next year. Well, then what you do is you trade A.J. Brown to the Browns and to a shitty team. And you're hoping, like, as a matter of fact, by the way, I got to tell you this. If the New England Patriots take a couple steps backwards, that pick could be near the top 10. So those Pats don't want to play musical chairs and not have a seat wide receiver when the music stops. Trying to get ahead of free agency. Listen, what I'm saying to you right now is that you got to make a move, dude. You got to make a move because the Bills are going to continue to make moves. Okay? I'm sure the Eagles will be able to use the 8th overall pick next year and the Pats pick to move up in 27. Well, I don't know if they're going to have the 8th pick. AJ for Max straight up, or AJ for the 27th first round pick? Trade him there anyway? Well, that's what you would get. That's totally what you would get. All right. Dude, free agency. And you know what? I got to tell you something. So the other day, Howard Eskin said something very interesting. And the reason why I wanted to talk to my friend Jason Cole is because, and by the way, we just sent that message to Alonzo Highsmith, who is a senior executive for the New England Patriots. and seeing what the interest level is with the Patriots for A.J. Brown. So we're hoping to hear back here like we did last week when he texted us back. And as we're getting closer to that stupid legal tampering thing on Monday, next Wednesday obviously is when the new year starts. But Jason Cole said something interesting about Jalen Hurts. He said this. He goes, guy's not really well liked in the locker room. And I was like, well, I hadn't heard that. And then we asked Howard Eskin the other day, you think Jalen Hurts is a good teammate? And he said no. He said he could be a better teammate. He's not very accessible. And there's guys in the locker room that kind of don't like the guy. And I was like, well, where the hell did Jason hear that from? Now, my friend's got more and plugged in more places than I am. We're going to talk to him about what's moving around here. And the league is moving. And you're going to hear a lot of lies coming up right now in the next 48 to 72 hours because that's what the league is right now. We're in liar's corridor right now.